Hey, I get it. We're well past our prime now. We're in our late 20s, early 30s. We have a wife or a husband. We have kids. We have our full-time career, job, or profession. Wait, we're deep in the thick of things now, right? We're not at that gaming peak that we used to be way back then. And that's okay. What we want to do in Teacher's Lounge today, we want to give you a couple tips and tricks and some lessons on how to help you become that great elite gamer that you used to be way back then. Let's get started right now. Welcome back to the Teacher's Lounge here at Mr. Leviticus Rex. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know the sponsor for this video happens to be you guys. Thanks so much for tuning back in, man. I appreciate it so much. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications, which is below our video here, so you get up-to-the-minute updates on when we drop new content here on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Twitch at Mr. Leviticus Rex. We stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 9 p.m. Link is below as well. Or check us out on our TikTok. Link is below. Hey, what do sprinters eat before a race? Nothing. They fast. Get it? Lame. I get it. Anywho, so as we mentioned in the Teacher's Lounge, we have 4 tips that are very important for us boomers now in this 21st century, with 2021 being upon us, to help us be better gamers. Now, I know we're used to the PS2, PS1, the Xbox 360. That was our generation of gaming. Now we have these amazing consoles, these PS5s, the new Xbox series that's come out now, and then we also have the bread and butter of it all, PC gaming. A completely different world in itself, and one that I want to make sure that we pinpoint today when we talk about parent gaming getting involved today. Change number 1 when it comes to gaming in 2021 for parents and how to evolve in that. Story modes in games are vastly different than they used to be. Now I get it. We had Tomb Raider back in the day, some of those other titles that we loved playing growing up as kids and as teenagers. Story modes were okay. They kind of got us going and they gave us a bunch of playtime. When we look at it now though, you have games such as God of War, other games which have immersive content in itself, takes hours on end. They still make Final Fantasy games. They're up to 14, I believe. So it never ends. You have so many options in customizing characters, customizing the outcomes, chain of events. Everything that comes into play is so much different than it used to be when we were kids. And that's something to look out for, because what it always does, it pulls at your heartstrings. Case in point, The Last of Us. Part 1 was so good, they made a part 2. And part 2 was so amazing, they're gonna make it into a TV show. Now, if you guys have played this series already, pulls at your heartstrings. If you haven't already, go play it. It'll pull at your heartstrings. Speaking of visuals, that brings us in to number 2, which is playthrough rate and replayability. Now, I get it. A lot of times we played Call of Duty growing up. We played 2K. We played Madden. These games that we played quite a bit, but it didn't necessarily mean we played the story mode, because there wasn't necessarily always a story mode, right? The games that we have today, as I mentioned, The Last of Us, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, all these games that are coming out now, the story modes are so immersive, the effects are so great, and the visuals are so top-notch. We play through it, we live through it, and then we turn around and play it again. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've played The Witcher or one of the Assassin's Creed games, finished it, and decided, you know what, let me dive back in one more time, if not for the story mode itself, but just so I can look at the horizons, the detail that they put into every single frame, and how it makes me feel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, you have Fortnite, you still have Call of Duty, as I mentioned. Those games are really quick. They're played through, they're multiplayer, there's no real immersive story mode involved in that. You're absolutely right. But that does not discredit all the games and all the titles that they have out now, and how important they will be to gamers in the future, and how they are for us gamers in the past. We're trying to keep up. And speaking of that multiplayer we just kind of mentioned, that is a big thing in today. 2021 is not the way it was back in 2001, 2002 when we grew up as kids. Now, the Call of Duty lobbies and all those jazz that we kind of went into, going back and forth, talking about grandmothers, moms, and dead dogs named Bert. Sorry, Bert. Those don't exist. And when they do exist, they're really quick and to the point. They're not so much hurtful, and we kind of have to understand the lingo, right? So you have a lot of different language that's being used, not as intense, not as aggressive, but it still can be there. Now, that brings us to tidbit number 4, the last one, and for us as parents and as adults now, probably the most important. Games and their price tags. Now, I get it. Back in the day, you think about it, the PS1 was like 200 bucks, maybe 200 bucks. Looking at it today, you're spending 60 bucks a pop on a brand new game that comes out. And that's if you're talking about the PS4 or the Xbox One. Don't get me started on the PS5 and the next gen Xbox series. But that being said, games today are more expensive, but for all the reasons that we mentioned. So there you have it. Those are our 4 tidbits of advice that we have for you parent gamers out there in that range from 25 to 33, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older, who are kind of in that full life process, that have kids, have a wife, have a husband, have a job, who are trying to get into the swing of things for gaming in 2021. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always to the Teacher's Lounge. Turn on notification, which is the little bell at the very bottom of this video, so you get up to the minute updates on when we drop new content, whether it be our videos here, tutorials, reviews that we may have, and also our Reach One, Teach One series that we drop once every month. Make sure to leave a comment below on the video on how you liked it, what you thought about it, anything we should add, anything we should take away, and just your overall thoughts. Stay safe, God bless you guys, and remember to always, always, always reach one, teach one.